Welcome to the e-production of avtlibrary.com, where we offer e-library of e-audio, e-video, and e-text.
Quranic literature and Zakat, a mandatory legal alms tax in post-industrial era. In the context of the Quran and world literature, there are at least 6 well-recognized categories. Phonetics, the study of the sounds of human speech, focusing on the physical properties of speech sounds, generally described with reference to the speaker. Phonology, the study of how sounds function within a particular language or languages, including the organization of sounds, their patterns, and the rules governing their pronunciation. It generally impacts the words, prose, and poetry from the listener's perspective. Morphology, the study of the forms of words, specifically how they are formed and their relationships to other words in the same language. Syntax, the set of rules, principles, and processes that govern the structure of sentences in a given language, specifically the arrangement of words and phrases to create well-formed sentences. Semantics, the study of meaning in language, focusing on the relationship between signifiers like words, phrases, signs, and symbols, and what they stand for or represent. Pragmatics, the branch of linguistics concerned with the ways in which context contributes to meaning, including how the interpretation and usage of language are guided by context and situational factors. Phonetics in Arabic. Phonetics in Arabic can be represented by the term talaffuzun, talaffuz, which refers to the way in which speech sounds are produced. The word talaffuz comes from the Arabic root lafzun, lfz, which means to pronounce or to utter. This term encompasses the study of the physical aspects of speech sounds, including how the vocal cords, lips, tongue, and other parts of the vocal apparatus are used to produce sounds. The Arabic alphabet consists of 28 letters, primarily consonants. The 29th character, the hamza, a, is considered a consonant, but often regarded separately because it represents a glottal stop. Arabic does not have traditional vowels like in English. Instead, it uses short vowel marks, harakat, such as fathat fatha, kasrat kasra, and dammat damma, which are placed above or below the consonants. These vowel marks guide the pronunciation, but are not counted as separate letters within the alphabet. Phonology in Arabic. Phonology, on the other hand, is closely related to the Arabic term tajweed, tajweed. The word tajweed is derived from the Arabic root jawad, jwd, meaning to make well, to improve, or quality. Tajweed, in the context of Quranic recitation, refers to the set of rules governing the pronunciation of letters with all their qualities and applying the various traditional methods of recitation. In phonology, this involves the systematic organization of sounds in a language, as well as how these sounds are used to convey meaning and are patterned in speech. Like all world languages, Arabic encompasses both prose and poetry. However, the Quran represents a unique fusion of these elements, employing poetic methodologies within its prose structure without being conventional poetry. Thus, the Quran stands as an unprecedented literary masterpiece in classical Arabic literature, remaining unparalleled into eternity. Morphology in Arabic. Morphology that unites declension, distinct sounds, and diverse meanings within a single word. In Arabic, the term for morphology is sarfan, sarf, which refers to the branch of linguistics that studies the structure of words, including the formation of words, by using roots and affixes. The word sarf is derived from the Arabic root sarfan, srf, which can mean to turn or to change, reflecting the way words are modified in different grammatical contexts. Syntax in Arabic. Syntax that intertwines word order and grammatical interactions to craft precise and eloquent Arabic communication. The Arabic word nahwun, nahaw, is the Arabic term for syntax, the branch of linguistics that deals with the rules for constructing sentences. The term comes from the root nahwun, nhw, which means direction or tendency, illustrating how syntax guides the arrangement of words within sentences to convey specific meanings. Semantics in Arabic. Semantics is the study of meaning in language, focusing on how language communicates the intended message effectively and accurately. In Arabic, the concept related to semantics is fasih, fasaha, which refers to eloquence and the ability to express ideas with clarity and precision. The term fasih, fasaha, emphasizes the importance of being articulate and fluent, ensuring that language not only conveys precise meanings, but does so in an elegant and effective manner. This concept is central to understanding how language functions to communicate complex ideas clearly and without ambiguity. Pragmatics in Arabic. Pragmatics is the branch of linguistics that focuses on how context influences the interpretation and effectiveness of language. In Arabic, a term that captures the essence of pragmatics is balig, which denotes persuasive eloquence. This term emphasizes the ability to combine clarity with a powerful impact, making communication not only clear, but also resonant and influential within a given context. The concept of balig, underscores how language can be strategically used to achieve specific effects and engage listeners or readers deeply. Literal approach without context and traditions. Ghulam Ahmad Parvez has developed his own morphological meanings to construct his syntax, thereby influencing the application of semantics and pragmatics and offering unique interpretations of Quranic meanings. Contextual semantics in Quranic understanding, the unconventional approach of the Farahi school. The Farahi school of thought, with scholars like Amin Ahsan Islahi and Javed Ahmed Ghamidi, focuses on the semantics within the contextual meanings of the internal Quranic structure. Consequently, their approach to pragmatics diverges from that of traditional scholars. Zakat, a mandatory legal alms tax as a prime example. One prime example is zakat, or the mandatory legal alms tax, which ranges from the 40th part, 2.5%, of annual personal savings, to the production business tax of the 20th part, 5%, 10th part, 10%, or 5th part, 20% of the business. However, Ghulam Ahmad Parvez has redefined the term of zakat, stating, "The Holy Quran has neither fixed any percentage nor specified the items on which zakat is leviable." The idea that zakat is a tax levied by Allah and that any collection made by the state is merely governmental tax is incorrect. This dualism of Caesar and God as two separate entities is a Christian concept. In Islam, whatever one gives to the state for the establishment and enforcement of the Islamic social order is actually given to Allah. One could say that Parvez has diverged from the traditional understanding of zakat, upheld by Islamic scholarship for the last 14.5 centuries, in the context of the Quran and Sunnah, or the pathway of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. Zakat, in post-industrial era. Zakat, or the mandatory legal alms tax, has two applications. The first is on personal savings not used for a year, which are taxed at a rate of 2.5%. In modern terms, this is akin to a negative interest rate currently applied in Japan to savings accounts. Zakat is also levied on products and services. In agrarian and nomadic societies, it was applied to these areas. However, in a post-industrial society, it would similarly apply to industrial production and some services, such as those provided by limited liability companies, LLCs, in modern times. Zakat on business is 5% when both labor and capital have been used. It is 10% when either labor or capital has been used. It would be 20% when neither capital nor labor has been used. In certain industries and services today, it can be applied similarly to the value-added tax, VAT, that is implemented in most European countries. Here's an easy-to-understand example of how a 10% value-added tax, VAT, works in industrial production until it reaches the consumer. 1. Raw materials. Imagine a company buys raw materials for $100 to produce chairs. At this stage, a 10% VAT is added, making the cost $110. The company pays $10 as VAT. 2. Production. The company processes the raw materials to manufacture chairs. The production cost adds $50 to the value, so the chairs are now worth $150. A 10% VAT on the added value, $50, is $5, making the total cost of the chairs $155. The company can claim back the initial $10 paid on raw materials, so it only needs to remit $5 to the government at this stage. 3. Wholesale. A wholesaler buys the chairs for $155 and sells them to a retailer for $200, adding $20, 10% VAT, to the sale price, making it $220. The wholesaler claims back the $15 VAT paid earlier and remits $5 of the new VAT to the government. 4. Retail. The retailer then sells the chairs to consumers for $300, adding a 10% VAT of $30, making the final consumer price $330. The retailer claims back the $20 VAT paid at the wholesale stage, thus remitting only $10 to the government. In this example, each business in the supply chain claims back the VAT it paid on its inputs, and the total VAT paid by the consumer, $30, represents 10% of the final sale price to the consumer. Each stage adds value and tax proportionally, ensuring that the tax is fairly distributed based on added value. All government taxes, whether in the United States, United Kingdom, or Pakistan, are equivalent to the business mandatory legal alms tax. However, the United States does not implement a negative interest rate like Japan, nor does it impose Zakat taxation on bank accounts, as is done in Pakistan. Conclusion: the exploration of Quranic literature through linguistic concepts such as phonetics, phonology, morphology, and syntax reveals its distinct nature, which goes beyond traditional prose and poetry. The Farahi school of thought presents innovative interpretations by focusing on contextual semantics and pragmatics, thus challenging established norms. Furthermore, the concept of zakat is reinterpreted to fit modern economic frameworks, demonstrating its adaptability and lasting relevance in promoting social equity through financial duties across both historical and modern contexts.
This is an e-production of AVTLibrary.com, where our e-library brings you a rich collection of e-audio, e-video, and e-text. Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning.